All right, here we go. Monday morning. Gonna start today with a quote from the Morning 5 Planner. That's right, the Morning 5 Planner. Every single day, I wake up and I get to tap into my community, which I love so much. Because every day we have 5 simple steps, right? No snooze button, no phone first thing in the morning. Gratitude and goals, take care of the physical, send out an encouraging message. 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life. And so here it is, right here, the Morning 5 Planner. Today is Monday, June 5th. I popped it open, and right there at the top, there is a quote submitted by actual member of our community. And the quote says, today, make it a great one. I love it. It says, today, make it a great one. You know what, Mr. Lee Williams? I appreciate you submitting that quote. It hit hard this morning because I'm going to make today great. And my hope is that you do the same. Let's go. It's time to rise and grind. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. How are you, my friend? Dude, today is, what is today? Today is Monday. That's right. Today is Monday, June 5th, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, June 5th, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Hey, I don't know. Whoa, that was loud. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what the weather is like in your neck of the woods, but I do know that here in Kentucky, it is officially summer. There is no doubt about it. It's gotten really, really warm. Really, really beautiful sunsets, really amazing sunrises. The days are long as you can possibly imagine. Super long days. Like the days start at like 6:15 a.m. sunrise, and it's still light at like 9:45 at night. I mean, it is long. A whole lot of light. And we are here officially in summer. And this weekend, for me, absolutely captured the essence of summer, right? From the high temperatures to the beautiful moments, including a moment where my wife, for some reason, done lost her mind. And here's what I mean by that. I got a message from my wife. I went for a run Saturday morning, and I get a message from my wife. She says, the kids and I are headed to Stephanie's house to see if we can kill some chickens. Do you want to go? I said, what? You're doing what? So my wife has a little farm, and that she's building, that she's creating. She's got gardens and so on and so forth. And we've had ducks before, and we've had chickens before, and we have a dog, and we have a cat, and we have some turtles, and it's this farm life, right? Well, part of farm life is there's different types of animals that you keep. There's some animals that you keep, like there's chickens you keep to lay eggs. And then there's chickens that you keep only to make them fat so that you can eat them. That's it. And believe me, I love some dang chicken. But what I ain't doing is I'm not killing the chicken myself. It ain't happening. Not once, not ever. That's not my jam. My wife and I are so opposite. She loves to stay outside and do the farming thing. I'd rather jump on the jet and go do the business thing, right? There's a big difference between my wife and I. And so here she is. I'm like, no thanks, I'll pass. And I'll show you, for those of you that are on Clubhouse, you might want to click the link over there at the top. I'll show you a quick little video of my wife attempting to relieve a meat chicken of its life so that we can eat it for dinner. Would you like to watch that video? Would you be interested in that particular clip? I might get in trouble by some food or something, administration. I don't know how this works, but I'm going to show you the clip. This is Leslie Lundy trying to see if she has it in her to be able to relieve a chicken of its life so that we can have meat chickens on our land. Check this out.
Like that. You got it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
She wasn't quite able to make it happen, but we did end up grilling some really good chicken last night on the grill. So shout out to the Toad Vines for making that happen. But it was an amazing moment in the weekend. Lots of laughs as we laughed at that particular video. Also, the weekend started off on Friday. My daughter, my oldest daughter in the house, Mrs. Savannah Rain Lundy, she went with me. We went on a trip. It was her first time flying in a private jet. We have a jet that we use for company business, and we were flying down to see Beaver Toyota, which is an incredible organization down there in Georgia. And so my daughter went with me, and it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful to see her awareness heightened. It was beautiful to see her exposed to something she'd never been exposed to before. It was beautiful to see her in this business environment starting to shine, right? She's reaching a whole new level in her existence. And it was just beautiful, man. As I was sitting across from her, I'm like, wow, man, this little girl is coming together, man. She's growing up, right? And so it's just a beautiful weekend in so many ways, from my wife learning that she's probably not going to be taking chickens out herself, to a couple of
all my equipment nowadays.
Long runs. Check
got my
this
little
out.
water Camelback, my neoprene dry fit shirt. Got the right shoes, got the right shorts, got the right socks. Just completed 6.6 miles. As you can see, like, as long as you pace, I'm learning, as long as I pace myself, like, the breathing is never really much of an issue. I don't really get too much out of breath. Obviously, I'm soaking in sweat, and a little breathing, a little labor, but not really, man. It's really just keeping the mind straight, keeping the body strong, and keeping loose, right? Stretching is a big part of it. So, but I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that getting into this. I didn't know that would be the case. I had no idea I could do 6.6 and be able to talk to you after. So listen, I know there's things that you find challenging. You think you can't? You can, 800%.
That's right. So it was a nice, powerful run this weekend. There was also some time that my wife got in the pond. Like, she normally doesn't get in the pond. She got in the pond and was floating around on a floozle tube with some of my other kids. If you haven't checked out Floozle Tubes, that's a member of our community as well. She's made these incredible tubes that you can connect them together if you want to. They're like puzzle pieces. That's where Floozle comes from, right? Like puzzle. So maybe they're called Fluzzle Tubes. I'm not sure, but they're amazing. And so my wife was actually in the pond. Her and I got a little date, which I was excited about. We drove to the gas station together with no kids. So thank you, Gaga, for us. That's a date, right? There was lots of times, plenty of moments where the kids this weekend were dancing on the countertops. It looked like a club in our house.
You're like giving your shirt's off, your legs off.
Tell Willow what you have on.
Richie's in a bow.
So Glenn,
Yeah, baby.
I left the skins on our mashed potatoes.
Okay.
That's my wife looking out for my health. She said she left the skin on the mashed potatoes so I can get some extra vitamins, right? So there was lots of dancing in the house this weekend. Lots of music, lots of dancing, some barbecue of some really good chicken. We had some big time conversations. I had some big time conversations with some different clients this weekend, which I love connecting with my clients at this particular season. It's such a transitional season, right? And then there's the sunsets that are a part of this season. And I got to listen to some audiobooks this weekend. Heather Parody had recommended, she always recommends amazing books. So I've been listening to audiobooks all weekend, right? And then church on Sunday, yesterday was amazing. And then I closed the weekend with my wife in my arms. Like all in all, it was a great weekend, man. And it just had all the tastes and like just summer, man. Just had summer written all over it. Like, what about you, man? How was your weekend? Like, drop it in the comments if you're on Clubhouse. Tell me a little bit about your weekend. If you're over here on Facebook, tell me a little bit about your weekend. What was your weekend like? Like, are you feeling the beauty of summer right now? And if you're not, drop that in the chat. I wanna know, right? My experience is different than your experience. I'm in a different location than you are. I'm in a different season of life than you could possibly be. But I would love to see in the chat, in the comments, what your weekend was like. See, today I want to expand on this just a little bit. Valerie Oakley says it was really nice. Ramon Ray says really nice. Church, Spanish food, movies. Stephanie Toadvine said it was an entertaining weekend. I bet it was. Catherine Guidi says absolutely amazing. Hung out with her bestie. West Storm had a great weekend. Nicole Settles, it was beautiful. I went to see both my uncles. Sat on a dock watching the mole. I'm not sure what that is. Chris Naylor says, my 9-year-old tried out for youth all-pro football team and made it as wide receiver 1. That's amazing. Russell Hill says it was amazing. Wedding, kids, family. My weekend was fantabulous, says Tosh Queen. Don Sankey talked to my bonus daughter for 2 hours. Vicky Everett, I love this summer. Ava is learning to swim and jumped off the diving board. Congratulations, Ava. That's awesome. Janelle Griego started our vacation this weekend, chilling by the pool. Yasmin says, amazing. My parents came from Puerto Rico to surprise us. That's great. Leisha says, beautiful weekend considering the circumstances, loss of the grandmother and uncle. Praying for you and your family, Leisha. That's always hard. Liza Myers Borges says, paddling in the river and watching my godson play baseball. That sounds beautiful. Jeff Moffitt did some homework, some rest in church. Renee Hayes says, it's been a really great weekend and it's been really raining here, but I still go out in the rain. I love it. Marilyn Wilkin, relaxed for a change. Angeline Moore says, my two eldest sons shines got back from Youth Gateway with the church. They had lots of fun and a deeper connection with God, right? Went to the Polo Classic, says Regina Fleming. Went to a concert in London, says Ama. That's beautiful. It was an awakening weekend. Go Ava, that's right. Sun came over. Look at these things, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Clubhouse says Tony T walked in a parade. Mary Kim Farkas was washing and conditioning her hair. Oh no, her son mastered washing and conditioning his hair. I love that. Melody Mitchell, very blessed weekend, full of appreciation, right? Lots of great food, says Yen. Met up with old friends and met some new ones. Went to Carnegie Hall. Dr. Emerald says, Damie was the one who met up with old friends. Dr. Emerald went to Carnegie Hall for Lullaby Times. Amazing, right? Awesome weekend. So cool. So beautiful. I want to tap into that beauty of summer. I had like a series set up for this week, but then I thought, man, we need to be in the beauty of right now, right? We need to be in the beauty of right now. So on today's episode, we've got a one-legged dancer that you're not going to want to miss. So we've got Susan Boyle. We have some beautiful movie clips that we're going to tap into. But before we go too far, you know what we got to do. We've probably already gone too far. But you know what we got to do. Yeah. Maybe if I do it like that. What if I do it that way? Ooh, that might work. All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right, I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. It's also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up and I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, Gail Beecraft, what up? Don Sankey, great to see you this morning. Stephanie Toadvine, I am so glad you're here. Nicole Settles is in the building. Valerie Oakley, what up? Bella Rigby, thanks for being here. Russell Hill is in the building. Christine Irvin, I'm glad you're here. Renee Knorr, Michelle Gravely, Valerie Oakley, I see you, I see you, I see you. I see lots of dancing this morning. Michael Barrick is in the building. He's got a new tattoo as well from the weekend. Nice job, Michael. I love Michael's tattoos. Brooks Resmer, what's up, Brooks? Tom Popelka, Ramon Ray, Ryan Gallagher, David Griffith, Jim Tursky is in the building. Great to see you as well. I see Justin Conoco, I see Melvin, I see Natasha, I see Fiona is in the building. Annette and Sankey and Mac and Regina and Jackie and Chima. What's up, Renee? How you doing, Damie? I see Maria and Miranda. I see Sam and Christopher. I see Brittany. That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it, Ama. I see Leslie and Ryan and Clarissa and Class. I see Core Element and Sean and Mary Lynn and Kate and Roger and Zio and Tracy is in the building. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, look. I'm crazy on time already. I'm way behind and I got lots to go. All right, so let's dig in. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I know you're going to enjoy the show. Now listen, I know sometimes I'm like, hey, if you're on Clubhouse, you're gonna wanna pop over to Facebook, but I'm telling you right now, this next clip, it will be beautiful on your ears, but it is far more beautiful if you can see it with your eyes. So click the link at the top of the room. I highly suggest it just for the next 3 minutes. It's gonna blow you away.
The way I feel, I'm standing still, and nothing else matters now, you're not here, so where are you? I'm calling you. I'm missing you. Where else can I go? Where else can I go? Chasing you. Chasing you. Memories turn to dust. Please don't bury us. I got you. I got you. Running, running, running from myself. Get away with it all. I ain't running from myself no more. I'm ready to face it all. If I lose myself, I lose it all.
I've outrun the fears that chase to standing still. I'm running still. I'm running still. And every voice that cried inside my head forever dry. Forever dry. I'm dreaming lies. If I lose myself, I lose it all.
That was sensational. Sensational. Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like that. That was amazing.
Here I stand, taking off my pride, and I run with nowhere to hide. I'm exposed, floating on.
That kid, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. He took a cancer diagnosis, lost his leg, and that's what came out the other side. Like, wow. Beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. When you look up the definition of the word beautiful, it says pleasing the senses or mind aesthetically. Beautiful poetry of a very high standard. Excellent. You see, this word beautiful, if you think about it, is a deeply spiritual experience. You know, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And there's so much truth to that, right? Like an architect draws lines on a page and sees a masterpiece. A child paints an unidentifiable work of art and melts her mother's heart. From who we choose to do life with and the beauty we see in them, to how we experience opera or theater or music like hip hop and rock and roll. Like, beauty is a deeply spiritual experience. Yesterday in church, our pastor, John, he shared three simple, like really simple strategies, for lack of a better word, right? And they were really simple, but it was beautiful the way that he delivered it. But he shared three simple strategies. He said, you need to look up, you need to look out, and you need to look in. And he said, by looking up, you need to love God. And by looking out, you need to love others. And by looking in, you need to love yourself. Then after he shared those things, he shared a quote. The quote was this. It said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with the song still in them. I'll reword it just a little bit for this room. Most people lead lives of quiet desperation and die with their songs left in them. When I read that quote, it broke my heart, and I thought about it a lot yesterday, and I thought about it this morning, and I thought, imagine how many people who've inspired you and I, that if they wouldn't have let their songs out, it would have died with them, right? Like, for example, Susan Boyle years ago went on Britain's Got Talent. Again, I cry through these shows, so you'll find that I run lots of clips. But I just feel like it's so beautiful when you capture the moment that someone chooses to sing their song.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by. When folks smiled, I was
You didn't expect that, did you? Did you? No.
I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. I was young and unafraid. When dreams are made and used and wasted, there was no ransom to be paid, no song and song, no wine untasted. But the tigers come rise, with their voices soft as thunder.
I don't know if you saw at the beginning of that clip, it showed her title. It said Susan Boyle, unemployed, age 47. Susan Boyle, unemployed, age 47. And she decided to finally use her voice and sing her song. And in 2 minutes, it completely transformed her life. Every aspect of it. She's now been in movies, television shows, and she's sung songs all around the world for queens and for kings and presidents and celebrities. 2 minutes. Just letting that song out, man. It's such a beautiful, spiritual experience, right? Beautiful. Most people lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with their song still in them. I don't want you to be most people. And I'm not going to be most people. This life that we have, this opportunity that we have in front of us is so incredibly beautiful. The world is changing in so many ways. I was listening yesterday to a podcast between Steven, I forget his last name. I'm blanking on the names right now, but he's the guy from I think they call it the Lion's Den, or the it's basically the Shark Tank. You know, it's London's version of Shark Tank, and this guy Steven is on there, and he's got a podcast, and he was on with a guy who recently quit Google. This was the guy that headed the AI department for Google for a lot of years, and he recently quit, and they sat down and they had an interview, and it was really fascinating because they talked about all the different AI stuff and what could happen and what couldn't happen and so on and so forth. And Steven was continuously pushing like this is an emergency, and he had this real negative kind of not real negative, but he just fear and worry and concern of what's going to happen, and is AI going to take over humanity, and are we all going to die, and what Pandora's box have we opened? And this conversation was really powerful, and the gentleman from Google who had quit, he had quit at Google because he feels like we went too far. He feels like we don't know exactly what's going on. He feels all of those things, but he shared something really powerful in the interview. He said, I'm not calling this as an emergency because I don't want anyone to panic. He said, what I would call this is urgent. He goes, and here's what I mean by that. It's urgent that you live your life today, because the future, there are so many unknowns, not just with AI. He's like, dude, there's just so many unknowns. We're close to reaching a singularity point, which is the point where science can't explain what's beyond that. And AI tools are going to be smarter than humans. And we've been the most intelligent species on the planet for as long as we've been on the planet. And so our science can't explain what's going to happen on the other side. It could create a utopian society. It could bring all people together. It could be destructive. We don't know. But it's not the only threat. And it's not the only opportunity. There are people out there that are a threat to society. There are people out there that are doing amazing things for society. There's global warming. There's people battling it. He's like, bro, here's the bottom line is the world will not look in 3 to 5 years. It will not look like it does today. And we don't know what that means, but here's what we do know. We know that today is an opportunity to hug our children. Today is an opportunity to connect with our friends and our family members and our loved ones. We know that today has the opportunity to be a great one. He said it's not an emergency where we should fear and we should panic. He said it's urgent that we live life today. I thought it was so powerful. Beautiful, really. Absolutely beautiful. Listen, my hope is that you are inspired today to go out and make every second count. Inspired today to live this day as though it was your last. Inspired today to look around and to see the beauty that exists around us in this moment. The sun will be up in 7 minutes. I can't wait to watch it. The beauty in this moment. Beauty is a spiritual experience. You and I are spiritual beings. Children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And so listen, let's look up, let's look out, and let's look in. Love God, love others, and love ourselves. I love you. I do. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. Now take that out into the universe. Fair? Fair. Have an incredible day. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go hang out on Clubhouse for a little bit. Over on Clubhouse, if you want to come have a conversation, you're welcome to join us over there. The Breakfast with Champions room on Clubhouse. I'll be there for the next 30 minutes or so. So if you want to come join me over there, that would be great. Otherwise, if you're watching this on replay, make sure you drop a comment so I know you stopped by, and make sure that you share this out. Of course, make sure that you're following us on YouTube, like, subscribe, all those amazing things. I would love it, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again. Let's go.
They used to tell me. I hope you learn to make it on your own. And if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. I hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. I hope that it's the realest thing that you ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls that's pretty at everything. $1 million cribs, having $1 million dreams. And when you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. That one man could change the world. That one man could change the world. All I wanted was $100 million and a bad chick. Imagine this a month, some nights it felt like that I had it. Back on the mattress, staring at the ceiling, trying to connect the dots, but it's all making those attachments. I'm talking dreaming so hard, some nights it felt like draft day. You know, my stepbrother used to flip them bags outside the crib like it was trash day. No Kim K, but he bagged, yeah. But when you're getting fast money, slow down, don't crash. With all the drive in the world, swear you still need gas. Look, think about it. Close your eyes, dream about it. Tell your team about it. Go make $1 million schemes about it. Success is on the way, I feel it in the distance. Used to look up at the stars and be like, ain't too much that's different. I be shining, they be shining. Get your one shot, don't you miss it. What you know about waking up every day like you on a mission. And I hope you learn to make it on your own. And if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. I hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. I hope and that's the realest thing that you ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls, it's pretty and everything. $1 million cribs, having $1 million dreams. And when you get it on, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. One man could change the world. One man could change the world. My grandma told me if you write your name in stone, you'll never get the white out. I grinded out that black hole, then performed up at the White House, standing next to Jim Carrey. We traded stories, then laughed. I said, you not the only one I know got rich wearing masks. Where I'm from, I swear they broke. They need way more than the cash. We need more than what you have, and then we need more than that. But how I'm supposed to say I'm tired if that girl from West Virginia came up in conditions that I couldn't survive? Went to war, came back alive. On top of that, became a female black captain. When being black, you had to extra try. Way before James Brown made us proud. She bought a crib on the same street as Marvin Gaye, right there on how to drive. And she taught me how to drive. And she raised the kids, then the kids' kids. And she did it right. Taught me how to love, taught me not to cry. When I die, I hope you teach me how to fly. All my life you've been that angel in the sky, saying I hope you learn to make it on your own. And if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. I hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. I hope that it's the realest thing that you ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls that's pretty at everything. $1 million cribs, having $1 million dreams. When you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing, that one man can change the world. That one man can change the world.
Thank you for calling me. They're thinking about me.
That's all good. I love you, Grandma.
Bye.